This is hi. My name's Faye. Welcome to the channel if you're new. Welcome. If you are a returning member, welcome back. Happy to see you. Happy to hear you. Happy to welcome to the grove. I'm very good at these, I swear. But I was given a special demo key for this game called Spill the Beans, which is a whodunit, but you done it. Investigate and interrogate and manipulate your way to framing the perfect scapegoat in this modern fantasy reverse detective visual novel. Skeletal Games was kind enough to give me a key before it fully released, so I wanted to get this recorded before the game um, goes on public release on June 10th. It is the 6th, and I'm hoping to get this cut and uploaded tomorrow, the 7th. So let's get into this. We're gonna try the self-voicing, but if it's
Continue,
cursed
continue,
like this,
continue.
I don't know. We'll see. If we hate it, we'll turn it on.
Content warning.
Yes, I hit continue.
Spill the Beans, demo build version 0.2.0. New game. You've done it. Against all odds, you've
No. You've done it. Against all odds, you've managed to pull off the heist. Your shaking, outstretched hands grab the cafe's secret recipe. As its power pulses through your body, your heart aches, your breath flutters, mere echoes of what was taken from you, but will soon be yours again. But at this crucial moment, you can't help but think of the other people in this cafe, the ones you're about to drag into a complicated criminal mess. You can only blame the scroll's influence for such inconvenient sympathies. If they were in your position, they'd do the same, wouldn't they? They'd know that, after everything you've been through, this was the only option left. People say the Artifice County is the most magical place there is. Yes, Artifice, where 100 years ago, the world of spirits cracked the earth and spilled over into ours. I like this postcard. The postcard's cute. But now, those spirits work 9 to 5s. Arcane power fuels cars and charges phones. This county, once the cradle of magic, has become as mundane as any other. And an unmagical human like yourself, among shape-shifting sirens, carbon fiber— I don't know why I'm reading this in like an ad read voice. Carbon fiber constructs and wizards, you're exceptional, exceptionally dull, and exceptionally underestimated. No matter how much you tried to fit in, to love this place and all of its wonders, it never reciprocated. All it did was take. All it left you with was emptiness. Okay, the upbeat music is kind of too much right now. So why not take something back? Feel everything the county denied from you. Feel that gnawing emptiness, then leave it behind forever. Luckily, you know what you need, and exactly where to find it. The Familiar, a downtown cafe noteworthy only for its secret recipe locked tight in a back room. And conveniently enough, they're hiring, so desperately that they aren't asking for experience or background checks. All that's left is to put together an application. Not that anything you say on it really matters, it rarely does. Oh my god! Okay. I am loquacious. I am a disciplined ship captain, artisan who loves money, destroying my enemies, myself, social interaction. I think these do matter. I'm gonna say doing the work. I like that you can choose your gender. Soft skills. I'm a very good listener. Possible sidekick. Take that. Master problem solver, grandmaster problem, god of the elocutionary arts. What is that? Mind-boggling understander. Okay, surprisingly okay snack fetcher. Please, please, please. Education is all blacked out. What were the other things? Probable minion, miraculous expounder, excusable psychopath, excellent organizer. We'll do that. A few days later, you're face to face with the familiar. While its neighbors are all dust and drywall, its facade seems unbroken, even if the varnish is peeling at the edges. For a moment, nothing. Then you spot a silhouette in the window who flicks its neon sign to open before waving you over. You cross the street, repeating the details of your plan. You need to get in, get out, and for the smoothest possible getaway, try to find someone else to take the blame. But can you really do all these things without running into any complications? You've already reached the front door. You can hardly turn back now. Hello? I'm here for a job? The cafe laid bare before you is almost indistinguishable from the scant images you found online. Plants! Paw prints! Mismatched chairs and a royalty-free wall art. Well kept but worn down. You don't get long to take it all in. A construct towering over 2 meters tall stops, wiping down the counter, and turns to greet you. Look at him! Ah, you must be Feylynn. Great to finally meet you. Sorry, terribly rude of me to not meet you at the door. As she strides over, you realize how old her vessel must be to have no custom limbs or decals. Just worn gray stone, flowering moss, and that tiny blue bird nested on her shoulder. Oh, she's adorable! I'm Sloan, from the emails. Lovely to have you on board. Did you get here alright? I saw your address was uptown. I know we're a wee bit out of the way. Before you get a chance to reply, she's already yanked you into a crushing two-handed shake. For a moment, you worry that she might have pulled your arm from its socket. Actually, I shouldn't be chatting just yet. Today's schedule's pretty packed. What with your induction? And I barely found time to fix breakfast for Atom. Oh, hang on. This is Atom. Atom, say hello. I don't know why I'm saying Atom. Say hello to Feylynn. She's your new coworker, so be polite. Atom's usually my only company out front, so it'll be nice to have you too. I mean, I love this job, I really do, but after 6 years of working the floor by myself, starting at 5 every day, oh, she looks tired. Not that you have to come in that early, of course. We're only meant to start at 8, but it pays off. It does. As Sloan shrugs off, you have a chance to put your plan in motion. You've spent a long time figuring out other people's so-called feelings, and just how easy they are to manipulate. Oh my god, we're the antagonist. If someone's in a good mood, they'll probably think better of you and suspect you less. Then again, if you make someone upset, it might make for an easier scapegoat under pressure. But what's best for Sloan? Better make that first impression count. I've worried you with that 5 a.m. thing, haven't I? Just want to stress that you don't have to do that, honest. Those extra hours must be worth it. This place is spotless. That's sweet of you. I try to bring the best out of the old familiar. Good to know other people actually notice. The lights flicker overhead before Sloan can finish her sentence. Sorry, I thought that was fixed. She'll call the electromancer once I get a free moment. Anyway, packed schedule. I've got pastries in the oven, then a delivery after. Come on, let's get you in uniform. We're quick. I can show you how our recipe works before any customers arrive. Sloan strides through the doorway behind the counter, beckoning you into the kitchen beyond. It takes 3 steps to match just one of hers. Okay, she's like 6 feet tall. The kitchen, built from cool metal and right angles, is warm with the smell of apricots. You breathe it in while Sloan roots through a nearby cabinet before suddenly sighing. Say this now. Sorry about the fit. She hands you an apron like her own, exactly like her own actually, in that it's far too big for you. It's bound to slow you down and make you look utterly ridiculous. Your one should be here tomorrow. I hope this is alright in the meantime. No, this is great, thank you. Take the apron, you're here to play the part. You're liable to shirk the it's fine, it's amazing. I think it's cute. I want to be everyone's friends. I know I'm the criminal, but I want to be everyone's friends. How are you gonna steal the recipe while wearing this? You don't do it today. You gotta warm everyone up to you. Thanks a million. Glad you're seeing an upside. Here's your name tag too. As you wrap yourself in the oversized apron and pin on your name tag, Sloane smiles. The small, sad smile that weighs down her. Aw. I'm not sure everything you've heard about this place has been grand, but once you put in a little elbow grease, she really shines, and I've got a lot of elbow grease. Just wanted to say that. You wouldn't be here if I didn't think you had the same drive. Your application told me that much. It did say please though, didn't it? I knew that was a mistake, so I ignored it. Do change it in the next draft. Soft skills, please. But at the end of the day, those are just words. Your experience was what really settled it. I mean, it must have been quite a privilege to work for it. Sloane is cut short by a buzz from her phone. Ah, pastries. Why don't you pop into the office while I grab those? Fred, your manager, I should say, ought to be ready. Big gray door on your right. Best of luck. Take 5. No, 6 steps towards the office, a hiss of heat escaping the oven behind you. Beyond lies Fred, the owner, the one from the newspaper, the one whose recipe you're here for. You ease the door open, but no one greets you. Your eyes are immediately drawn to the colossal metal safe that occupies a quarter of the room, just a few steps away. You knew the recipe was protected, but not like this. The safe looks like it was taken from the set of a heist movie. It could be locking up gold bars instead of, what, a recipe for coffee? As you run a hand across its surface, wondering just how you're going to crack it open, there's a rustle nearby. You snap upright with a bolt of unbidden adrenaline. Look at him! Like a dragon emerging from its hoard, a tiny, gold-eyed tuxedo cat rouses from a pet bed on top of the safe. He blinks stickily, then suddenly glares at you, fur on end, eyes aglow. Don't touch my shit! He spits the words at you like darts, light crackling through his panicked eyes. The air in the room starts getting heavier, as if brewing into a thundercloud. Who sent you? If you think you're gonna best be in my own domain, then... Wait, you're the new hire, right? Quick as a power cut, the light in his eyes blinks out, and the pressure lifts with it. The cat sags leaping smoothly from the safe to the desk. Sorry, that was, unprofessional of me. I'm Fred. Welcome to the Familiar. Good to have you on board. Well, given the terrifying magic and the talking, he's not a cat. He's a demon bound to the form of a beast. A familiar, in other words. That's the last time I'm pulling an all-nighter on an admin. You're lucky to still be young, human, because after the first century, things get... Sloane wanted you onboarded, right? We have one main rule. Do everything you can to show the economist types this place isn't a bad idea. More than fire safety drills, we need drive and spite. So that's what I expect from you. Are we clear? The way I said spite caused me pain. Crystal clear, boss. That's what I like. Oh, so we have to figure out who we want to pin. That's what I like to hear. So long as we're all on the same page, you and I will get on just fine. I want to be everyone's friend, though. We aren't a happy little family here. We're just hard workers. This isn't going to work if you're not prepared to work. Just as hard as me and Sloane. As if on cue, Sloane enters the office, a kettle of boiling water in one hand and a packet of coffee in the other. She starts mixing the two in a mug on Fred's desk. Good morning, Fred. Everything all right in here? Thought I heard a bit of shouting. Oh, no, it's all fine. I've just been given, Fred quickly squints at your name tag. Giving Feylynn the lowdown on the Familiar. Our history, what we do, all the good stuff. Sloane gazes at Fred, tracing the tiredness in his eyes. Her smile dims a little. That's nice. I can join you now if you'd like. We can go over the finer details together. You've got time, by all means. With firm movement, Sloane puts the kettle down and closes the door behind her. Fred's eyes lock onto your name tag again as he reads it under his breath. So, Feylynn, let's get down to business. We're open 8 to 5 most days, but your shift goes 30 minutes longer at the end for closing. Anything after that is overtime. I can give you the forms. Aprons go on the hooks in the kitchen. If anything gets spilled on it, don't be afraid to excuse yourself and replace it as soon as you can. Oh, and If you are going to excuse yourself. And on it goes. Sloan and Fred don't speak to you as two different people, but as two halves of one business, efficient, organized, and trusting one another as best they can. That should be it. I'll be with you at the counter for your training, so don't hesitate to ask me any questions. She cuts off again by her phone. Oh, excuse me. Dave? Hey, it's Sloan, just unloading the van out back, so there's your heads up. Thanks, Dave. I'll be right there. I should be off. Need to give my signature for the deliveries. Thanks again, Fred. Oh, Feylynn, before you join her, I'm sure you've heard about our recipe. You must be dying to learn what makes the Familiar's coffee so irresistible. But it's not so much a set of instructions as it is... Well, I won't get too arcane with you. It's more of a background thing, like the internet? You use that, right? Point being, even if you don't see it, it'll still be working its magic back here. In a drill-proof, bomb-proof, 6-gauge safe, which only me and Sloan can open. Also, I cursed it. No, I don't want... I don't want... Sloan seems... Like, I don't want the people to think me. It's probably wise to stay in Fred's good books, but at some point, you'll need someone else to take the blame for your crime. Exactly. All our livelihoods depend on that recipe. Its safety is our safety, so I protect it the way I'd protect anyone. Half a centimeter of enchanted steel. He looks back at the veritable vault behind him, as if checking that it's still there. Can never be too careful with these things, especially in this economy. I mean, wasn't it just last week that Raphael Hendricks wrote off his beauty store chain? It's inspirational how these CEOs act. Expanding isn't easy. I mean, ideally, we'd have an accountant, a consultant, another chef, but we've got you. And you're one hell of a good start. Aww. Especially with our regulars. You'll meet them soon enough. You should catch up with Sloan. Anything you need, I'll be back here, going over these papers. As you leave the office, Fred pulls a single sheet of paper from the files on his desk. Even upside down, you recognize it as your CV. Not a moment after you enter the kitchen, someone waves at you from the back door. In the doorway next to Sloan is a uniformed, I almost put uninformed, uniformed courier, a human just as unremarkable as you. A precarious stack of cardboard boxes wobbles threateningly behind him. Say, you're Feylynn, aren't you? Sloan was just telling me about you. All good things, I promise. Mostly good. What? Dave gives Sloan a package and gives you a conspiratorial eyebrow waggle. What the fuck? Oh, what? He pauses to take a long breath inward through his nose. Oh, is that apricot? So you did go for the new recipe. Fred must have taken some convincing. Oh, I'm just trying it out. We'll see how they sell first. Hey, if I come by once I'm off work, that's one customer right there. Guaranteed. Sloan breaks away to put each package in its right place. Dave looks at you, eyes glistening. Hey, Feylynn, have a good first day, yeah? I will. Like, first day, I want everyone to, like, beam up. Like, oh, they were so enthusiastic when they first got here. You might not be here for it, but if all goes well, today's gonna be good. That's the spirit. Any more for me, Dave? Just a couple bigger things, but I'll grab those this time. Don't let me interrupt your induction. Are you sure? I could carry... I'll catch you later for that pastry, yeah? Dave walks away whistling, his footsteps gradually going quiet in the alley. Feylynn, I am so sorry about Fred. I know he must have overslept today. That's on me. You notice her hands are... Why are you so stressed? What? Her are balled in the fists, one so tight that even the stone starts to buckle. Just wanted your first day to be easy, but oh well. Let's get you behind the counter, shall we? Sloan, what is going on? Are you okay? There won't be time to take you through all the machines, so let's just build a drip maker. I keep the house roast down here. She effortlessly pulls open a burlap sack of beans, scooping them into the grinder. As you pulverize them, the aroma of the coffee fills your lungs like a cloud of bitter smoke. Today's been all over the shop, hasn't it? We shall get a wee moment to breathe now. Only one customer comes in this early, and they don't do Mondays. I'll introduce you tomorrow. Sloane smiles, the stone wrinkling around her eyes, and dawns on you. This is beginning to feel like a real job. You gotta commit to it. You gotta commit to the job for the stealing. Just as you have finished that thought, the front door swings wide open, and your first customer skips inside. You spot at least 4 shades of pink in their outfit. Pink fingernails, pink sun hat, lipstick, backpack. That dress must be bespoke too, pricey. As they draw close, though, you spot pointed fangs in their cheery smile and deep red eyes behind their tinted glasses. A vampire. Good morning, Sloane. Oh, I spoke too soon. Morning, before you order, this is Feylynn, our new barista. Oh, so you're finally upscaling. You know, I saw some prime real estate going for cheap on Moonbow. If expansion's on your mind. Oh my god, why did she do the freaking... Slow down, we're not taking over the industry just yet. The vampire looks as if they have more to say, words bubbling just beneath the surface, but settles on a pout. Hang on. A pout? Feylynn, this is... I'm Jessie with an IE. Jessie's eyes swivel to you with an abundant curiosity. Your apron's so big, I'm more for tailored fits myself, but I know that baggy looks have been catching on lately. Draws focus to the wearer being separate from their clothes. I don't know why she's southern. Oh no, it's nothing like that. Just a supply chain issue. It'll be... What'll it be this time, Jessie? A hot chocolate, please, and I'll have it with... whipped cream. What is this? I love the, like, restless energy. Whipped cream, nutmeg, caramel, marshmallows. Wait, will that fit? Marshmallows, then whipped cream, then caramel, and the rest. Oh, what if I got cookies too? You like sugar. Give me one with everything, and 2 chocolate chip cookies, please. Sloane's already off to one side, rifling through her arsenal of ingredients. Meanwhile, Jessie brandishes a pink, bat-styled mug from their satchel, placing it on the counter as their eyes look back to you. Even if Sloane and Fred aren't aiming for world domination yet, you're still on the front line of their expansion plans. They're investing a lot of trust in you. So tell me, do you feel like a good investment? How far are you willing to go to succeed? Okay, Sloane seems like she has good rapport. She's a sugar high, so very bubbly, very easy to trust. So, not Jessie. We're not gonna pin Jessie. The vampire peers deep into your eyes and nods as if confirming a suspicion they had. Good. So, Jessie, what brings you on this lovely Monday morning? Are you trying out a new schedule? Oh no, much more exciting than that. I've got a meeting with the board after this, so I came here to prepare. It'll go much smoother with something sweet. Ah, your infamous internship. How's your family treating you then? About as much as usual. Trust me, I'd much rather be here to help the familiar. What is this? But then Fred, just like everyone else, he sees my last name is Hendricks and thinks I'm some sorcerer's corporate spy out to suck the proverbial blood from his business. Of course, the Hendrickses. Rich, powerful, and most troublingly for you, magically talented. Jessie looks at you, anticipating your judgment with a flat smile. What's a free opportunity to act suspiciously in front of others? Suspicious is going to make you increase Jessie's suspicion of Fred? No. Just ally. Just ally. These 3, then I hope that. Oh, what if I like all the characters? What if I like them all? This probably is more vivid than anyone doing espionage would want, but who knows? Maybe that's just what a spy would say. Grant to let your family get you down, Jesse. You'll get your chance to prove yourself someday. Well, if all goes according to plan, that chance should come today. Fingers crossed. Sloan passes Jesse's now full mug across the counter. By some miracle of physics, it hasn't spilled over yet. Maybe this was a bit ambitious, but if I use a cookie to scoop up the cream and let marshmallows melt, I can finish it in 30 minutes? Ah, thank you, Sloan and Feylynn. Jesse swipes their card, then their mug, making a beeline for a booth seat before the payment even goes through. They assemble their workstation in mere seconds, a sheaf of papers, a stack of textbooks, and predictably, a pink laptop. The mug stands vigilantly at a safe distance. Jesse was a surprise, but at least they're a nice one. I'm just grateful they didn't come in at the same time as... Before she can finish, the front door swings open and a siren rolls into the room. She's wearing a sleeveless orange turtleneck, a magnolia-covered jacket that's relaxing on her shoulders, and a perfectly photogenic smile that doesn't quite reach her eyes. Hello, the familiar! It's a perfect day for my long overdue review, don't you think? You'll have to forgive me. I came straight here from my morning swim. I must look a mess. I'm pinning her. She runs a hand through a river of glossy pale hair, parted by an immaculate side cut, and raises a smartphone with the other flourishing it like a paper fan. She's getting pinned. Wait. Don't clip that. Don't worry, Feylynn, I'll handle this. Jesse shrinks back, arranging their books into a makeshift wall. It seems to work. The siren glides over towards the counter, not noticing them at all. Now, Sloan, I know you are very well, of course, but for the benefit of both me and my adoring fans. Who is this? Oh, I didn't know you'd be coming. This is... But the siren's already staring at your name tag, trying to preempt Sloan's introduction. So that's how you spell... Feylynn, enchanté. I hate her. I'm Alexandra Gyarados. You're Gyarados now. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. You don't happen to... Why is everyone southern? You don't happen to have a Grimoire account, do you, Feylynn? I'd love to give you a proper credit in my post. The southern drawl is just coming strong today. How about a drink first, before anything goes onto the internet page of yours? Quite right, Sloan. I'm getting ahead of myself. Could I have... She clears her throat and straightens her back. Go away. I used to be a barista. Not at Starbucks. It was a local shop. I hate... A blue sea salt caramel frappe. Also... frappes. With soy milk and non-dairy whipped cream on top. Plus a little of that raspberry chocolate powder you have would be lovely. Thank you so much. I should have everything. Let me check the back first. Feylynn, could you grab a plastic cup for that? Lids are in the bottom left cupboard. Wait, do you have any of those little fish cookies? She's gone. In the silence, Alexandra's smile slides off her face. She sighs sharply through her nose. You alright? I know this whole song and dance can be quite overwhelming if you aren't prepared, but then you don't know who I am anyway, do you? Oh no, of course I've heard of you. Of course you have. Always happy to meet my fans, but don't bother being polite. I can tell you don't have any idea who I am. Look at this sneer, this is such a good expression. Sloan returns, hands full of yet more ingredients. You hand her a cup, she starts filling it dubiously with blue syrup. Should I expect your fans to start ordering these frappes in the hundreds? I'm not sure they're on theme anymore. Oh, nothing so drastic. I'll just make a pretty picture to draw in the crowds. The algorithms will eat it up. Alexandra plucks the card reader from the counter with a sly smile, passes her phone across it, and hands it back with a wink. There's a 30% tip attached. You know better than me about that social media stuff. Sloan, trust me, you've got a wonderful, marketable place here. What's not to love? Those donuts, those menus. Alexandra turns around to gesture at the cafe, and her eyes finally land on Jessie. Her voice freezes in her throat. Jess? Jesse. Hey, Alex, I didn't know you were coming today. Well, you might have known if you followed me on Grim. Forget it. Do you? Sloan puts the finished frappe to one side, pushing past you to tend to the transformed Jesse. Alexandra squeaks a little closer to you. What an unfortunate coincidence. Well, let's both make sure it doesn't distract us from the task at hand, huh? She plucks a frappe from the counter. You're not sure how anything that color could taste any better than tolerable. I know when I'm not one. I'll just snap a few photos, then be on my merry way. The lighting's not ideal, but I can fix it in post. Oh my god, you said the words. I don't know what's going on between you two, but I'm sorry. Increase, no. You're not for her to act suspiciously. Oh, so there is. I'll fiddle with it once I've got the post written up. We don't want to show the familiar in... We both want to show the familiar in the best possible light, don't we? With a final smile, Alexandra takes her drink to the cafe's centermost table, posing it like an art exhibit. Jessie, still a bat, keeps staring at her, but she doesn't look back. With an exhausted puff of smoke, Jessie returns to their original form and slumps into their seat, eyes wandering to the crescent moon bracelet on their wrist. Sloan returns after confirming they're okay. Sorry, I didn't think... Yeah, both of them at once can be a wee bit complicated. They used to... She's cut off by the sound of a motorbike revving down outside, heralding the arrival of your third customer. Who's this? Oh, are you cool? This person is a first, even for you. Someone whose body lacks everything but a skeleton. You don't know any kind of magic that can make that work. Skinless, fleshless, sigilless, although he does have hair, which you're pretty sure isn't a type of boat. A stiff, dark brown pompadour that props up a pair of sunglasses. Grudge? Oh no. Grudge, hey! How's it going? I feel like I've barely seen you since ArtCon. Oh. Slides. He reaches the counter undeterred. You're waiting for Sloan to address him like the others, but she's just staring. Locked in place. Hmm. So you're the... Wait. So you're the new barista. Good job on making it this far. Makes you one of the best, don't it? Ain't just the coffee you brew. It's your resolve. Can we take your order? Yeah, resolve. Well, let me tell you, I know your type, and I know you're up to something. I can feel it I can feel it. Sloan, I would like to order. Thank you kindly. Let's put your new barista to the test. I'll have a coffee. A black coffee. From the pot? From the pot. Doesn't have to be... Yeah. I think we might, Sloan's eye bounced between his skull and the coffee pot on the counter. Feylynn, why don't you handle this one? It'll be good for your training. Seems like she isn't going to budge. You grab a cup and start pouring. Wait, what's her name? Feylynn? Okay, think I got it. Feylynn, so that's to be the name of my nemesis. I'm Grudge. Grudge Knuckles, and you'd best remember it. Even if Frederick gave you this job instead of me, there's bound to be cracks in your meticulous facade. What? Your coffee making halts at this... Wait, sorry, this isn't him. Your coffee making halts at this revelation. He had a whole rant prepared just because you got this job with an application like that? Okay, maybe? I don't know. You caught me. This is all a ruse. I think we make it options. Hitting me right in my non-existent heart. You're gonna make a fine nemesis, that's for sure, much as it pains me, physically. You present the now full cup up to Grudge. He daintily drops in a sugar cube, then stirs the coffee with a bone-like spoon, which he apparently just had, loose, in one of his pockets. Heh, nice try, Feylynn. But I know coffee when I see it, so there's no way this... Puts it to his jawbone and takes a delicate sip. The liquid seems to vanish as soon as it enters his mouth. Damn it, it's just like usual. How'd she get it right so quick? So bitter, yet so energizing. Fine. I'll hand it to you, Feylynn. Looks like you're real lucky. That's a decent cup of coffee. But beware, I'm watching you. He takes the cup and spins dramatically away from the counter. It's then that he finally spots Jesse. Jesse! Grudge! They immediately. I loved that transition. They immediately hug. It's good to see you. Why didn't you pipe up earlier? I was waiting for you to finish. It sounded like you had a lot to get off your chest. Oh, yeah. You heard that? Sorry, it was just a personal. Doesn't matter. How's your job going? I could tell you, but I've not got long. Are you sure you don't want something with your coffee? Sloane's made some great cookies today, and I'd be happy to buy. Oh, no, no. Shouldn't give my nemesis the satisfaction. Not after walking away all conclusively like I just did. Grudge, you haven't even paid yet. And I admire your candor, but are you sure Phelan's your nemesis and not Fred? Fred's a real villain, that's true. But a nemesis? That's different. Gotta be personal. But you don't know who Feylynn is yet. Maybe start with a rivalry as practice? A rival, huh? Having a lovely time, but no, I used lovely last time. They'll think that's insincere. What if I... Oh, almost forgot. Alex, how you doing? All good over there? Grungy, I didn't see you come in. What a coincidence to run into both you and Jess today. Well, it's funny you're here, actually. There was something I wanted to... I'll just talk to you later. You too, Jess. If you're busy, sorry, I should pay for this. Grudge sheepishly returns to the counter, hand fishing through his jacket pockets for some loose coins. Well, I'm back. Got too caught in the whole confrontation to give you your money, even if it's most of it's going straight into Fred's pockets. But I'll say this. I'm practically a coffee detective, and I'm detecting something odd about you. So long as I come here, I'm gonna do my damnedest to figure out what. Is it just me, or is Alexander trying to... You think I'm suspicious? Wait till you see what Fred's up to. We'll do a little back and forth. Ignore me? Why would she? Nah, don't be sowing seeds of doubt in me. She's just busy, that's all. Without another word, he perches on a stool by one of the cafe's front windows. Over his shoulder, Alexandra and Jesse swap looks of confused concern. Good job, Feylynn. Now would be a good moment to put his purchase into the register. As she's halfway through showing you how to work the cash register, you turn to see Fred jump up on the counter next to you. How's it going out here? No need to panic. This isn't a performance review. Just checking things are... He surveys the regulars in the cafe with no small amount of concern. Sloane, why don't you come with me for a moment? Been meaning to have a chat. But we still need... She looks forlornly at the pile of coins Grudge left. Even at a glance, you can tell it covers the cost of the drink and then some. This might be your last chance to sow suspicions before you execute your plan. Better choose wisely. We're gonna make Sloane be happy. Sloane nods, clearly grateful for this brief reprieve. As silence returns to the room, so too does your opportunity, but you can't help but overhear Fred and Sloane's hushed conversation in the kitchen. I'm just saying, if our best regulars keep bringing their drama here, no one else is gonna want to stay. With a sigh, Sloane leans against the kitchen island, the full weight of this morning's events seeming to suddenly sit on her shoulders. They're good, reliable customers, and sure, things have been tricky, but we've got Feylynn now. With a little hard work, we can turn this around. Besides, aren't there enough names on your board of bands already? Let's not add any more while we're going through a rough patch. She side-eyes a corkboard near the walk-in fridge. There must be at least 24 names on there, each marked with a reason for band and vindictive felt tip. I know, you're right. We don't exactly have a recipe for success here, do we? I don't want to talk about our recipe, actually. I did want to talk about our recipe, actually. You know, since we've got a new hire, and... Can we just deal with one thing at a time? First priority is cutting down costs. Now, I noticed the price of algae extract for the blue drink got hiked up, and I figured... Wait, no. Shouldn't leave Feylynn on her own for too long. Not the warmest welcome, is it? I'll go. What are you doing now? Fred! A sudden knock on the back door stops her from following after Fred. Oh, Dave's back. Let's deal with that first. One thing at a time. Despite promising to supervise you, Fred ignores you as he slinks past the counter and jumps onto a nearby table, muttering to himself. Our regulars. It's gonna be a long climb from here for anything stable. While Fred's presence draws a little attention, you start rifling through your bag, making sure you can take an opportunity to launch the heist. At Fred's arrival, Jesse looks up from their work and shoots Grudge a quizzical look. Grudge moves over to them, mind clearly just as boggled. What's he doing out here? Looks like he's just contemplating. Oh, it looks like he's just contemplating. What's he even got to contemplate? I don't know. Right. Who's messing with the lights? You turn to spot Alexandra fiddling with the dimmer switch that you pointed out earlier. Of course, I should have taken my photos washed out instead of trying to make your cafe look better. My mistake. She tries to turn the knob back, but the lights don't stop flickering. Alexandra, I've got bigger things to worry about than photographs right now. Could you leave me in peace for just a moment? And don't call me Freddy ever again. Bigger things? What bigger things, friend? We're all you got. Maybe start acting like it. Grudge, maybe don't. Ah, here it is, right on cue, the shouting match. It's then that Sloane joins you in the main room, dusting her hands clean from Dave's latest packages. Finally. Fred, are you doing alright? Sloane stands still at the sight of Grudge and Fred's stare down. She gazes into his hollow sockets. She registers the flickering lights and a sheepish Alexandra near the switch. Her face falls. The electrics aren't good, Alexandra. Let me deal with that. With no small amount of embarrassment, she watches Sloane open the light switch to attempt some hasty repairs. Could we just slow down for a moment? Am I not allowed to check on my own cafe without someone accosting me? No. We've got a new hire today, and if this is the impression we're given here, we'll be doing her a disservice. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a new hire to attend to, without any more interruptions. Fred starts to turn around. You scramble for your bag, knowing you have mere milliseconds to execute your plan. How fortunate, then, that you sowed a little more chaos in advance. Just then, the lights turn off completely. Whether a result of Alexandra's meddling or Sloane's attempt to undo it, you aren't going to waste time wondering. It's a slim distraction, but it's enough, and you aren't going to get a better chance than right now. You reach into your bag, and in an instant, all the light and sound is sucked from the room. The sounds of panic are quickly quelled by the magic now pulsing from your cozy sleep-tight blackout blanket. Even in the silent darkness, you won't have long before everyone got a sense of their surroundings, but you've been over this plan too many times to fail now. Having said that, you're still wearing a very large apron, which could be an impediment to said plan. What to do? Keep it on. Deciding it would be too much hassle to remove, you press on aproned. Take 3 steps into the kitchen, then 5, no 6 to the right. You paw for the door handle and slip into the office, trying not to trip over your oversized apron. Step 2. 1, 2, 3 steps, and you feel the cool surface of the safe against your fingers. Step 3. Reach into your bag and give your can of Curse Be Gone a shake. A few sprays on the safe and the wards are already flaking off. But there's something else, a sound cutting through the silence, like lightning crackling. Wait, like lightning crackling, like lightning. Fred's casting a counterspell. You don't have long. Step 4. Spin the wheel, heave the safe door open, feel around inside until you've done it. Against all odds, you've managed to pull off the heist with only a slim window of opportunity, too. You're shaking. Outstretched hand grabs the cafe's secret recipe before stuffing it into the tiny pocket dimension of your teleportable registered trademark lunchbox. But at this crucial moment, you can't help but think of the other people in the cafe, and who, if anyone, you should try to pin this on. You exhale, but the sound is too clear. Red's counterspell is taking hold. Even if you put all your weight on the safe door, you wouldn't have time to close it properly. The best you can do is return as quickly and quietly as you can. As you take careful steps back to the counter, you try your best to control your breathing, to not let the exhilaration show. It's been so long. But as you reach the counter, your foot catches the edge of your apron. You trip as the darkness finally dissipates, an unwelcome reminder that you're not safe yet. You've got to find an exit in the ensuing chaos without arousing suspicion, somehow. As the silent darkness lifts from the cafe, the first thing you see is Fred bounding through the kitchen, crashing through the cat lap to the office. Is everyone okay in here? No one's hurt? Sloan catches you just as you regain your balance, saving you from toppling over the counter. Feylynn, be careful. The light must be disorienting. Just take a moment. Okay, I know how this looks. That's the last time I handled the lights, but I don't think blackouts usually come with spontaneous hearing loss. Is it possible with light and sound enhancements these glitches can happen? But it's rare they're as dramatic as that. Jesse, why? We don't have any enchantments like that. That wasn't planned. Plot thickens. Wait, where'd Fred go? Before anyone can move, Fred rushes back into the room. Nobody leaves! His eyes crack bold and chains of light fly across the cafe. The front door, the windows, the back door, no exits are spared. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. Understand? And if you aren't gonna turn yourself in, I'll root you out myself. What? I'm sorry, whatever just happened is your business. I'm not missing my meeting. I'm sure you have a plan, Frederick, but is it really necessary to trap us inside your lovely cafe? If you wanted us to stay, you didn't have to do that. Now, what are you accusing us of exactly? Sitting perfectly still while your lights went weird? Fred, what's going on? While the lights were out, someone went in my office and somehow opened the safe. Which means one of the people in this room has stolen our secret recipe. As if the whole room flinches, suddenly everyone's looking at everyone else, wide-eyed, searching their faces for the slightest trace of an answer. Grudge, who eyed you so suspiciously before, briefly turns his attention to Alexandra. Most importantly, however, no one seems to regard you for very long. That means no. This is fine. We can deal with it. It's alright. As unfortunate as this is, I do have a meeting to attend, and I'd rather not get caught up in this. Good luck getting past my magic. I might only be a familiar, but I promise if you try to leave, you'll regret it. Jesse's eyes flicker over Fred's barrier, prying for any weaknesses in the spellcraft. Frederick, this is absolutely, utterly absurd. We've all got better things to do than play petty parts in your amateur theatrics. Yeah, how'd you know it's just one thief? What if it's a conspiracy of all of us? Finally getting our revenge. We don't have to act like vigilantes, I'll just call the police. Enough! Enough. This place is sealed and nobody leaves till we find our thief. Thief! Singular. Grudge, because if it was any more, you might have actually succeeded. As for the ACPD, Sloan, fine. I'll call them. I'm betting they'll take their sweet taxpayer-funded time getting here and then label this as unsolvable. But I'm not risking anyone making a break for it in the meantime. We're gonna sit here, like adults, and get our facts straight. Understand? Did anyone notice anybody acting strange? Anything suspicious at all? Might get this over with faster if you fess up now. The room exchanges uncomfortable glances before someone pipes up. I was the one who stopped Alexandra from messing around with the lights. Maybe she short-circuited the electrics by accident. Ah. What, that was a prelude to this? Just a fun little hint? You can't be serious. Feylynn suggested it, so I thought it'd be fine. Well, great start, everybody. At this rate, we'll have our recipe back within the next 1,000 years. There's no use trusting anyone here, is there? I know how these stories go. You've all got some kind of motive. Oh. Jesse, the heir to a powerful family with something to prove. There's always one. I'm not an heir to anything. I'm the youngest of 5. Alexandra, our femme fatale, although she hasn't killed anyone, probably. If it weren't from you, I'd take that as a compliment. Brutch, the obvious suspect, too obvious, even, but I'm not ruling anything out yet. So what? That makes you the hero detective? You don't even have a plucky sidekick or a hat? Sloan, the one you'd least expect. Oh, that's good, I think. But Fred, you can't really be saying that. Which brings us to our final suspect, Feylynn. Your breath can't help but flutter as everyone's eyes suddenly turn on you. The red herring. I mean, it obviously wasn't you. You're human. Got no magic. Worked hard to get this job. You're in the clear. Cursory glance around the room tells you that not everyone believes him. So that's why she's going to find out who really did this, and everyone's going to be very polite and answer all her questions. What? Wait, she's the detective? I would have been perfect for this job. Although playing sidekick to Fred, yeah, bullet dodged. Fred, you know me. You don't seriously think I could have done this, do you? It seems awfully convenient for both Feylynn and Frederick, but could we just stay calm and not keep shouting all the time? This is a waste of everyone's time. As soon as I can, I'm leaving. Don't try to stop me. I'm with you there, Jess, though. I wouldn't mind knowing who really did it. Fred, I know you're panicking right now, but we shouldn't do anything rash. These are our customers, and this is Pheylynn's first day. Why would we? Her rising voice is broken by a ringtone. She stops with a flinch, putting the call on speaker. Hey, Dave. Hey, Sloan, got my very last packages out back, but there's these gold chains on the door. I think it's stuck. You alright in there? Yes, I'm fine. We're just dealing with a burglary. I'll give you the details in a second. At the door. Oh, one of those days, huh? Is Feylynn alright at least? Good question. Fred's just asked her to interrogate us. Look, I know it's unorthodox, but we all need that recipe. This is our best option for the cafe. For the cafe? I already knew you hated your customers, but this just confirms it. No grudge, just you. Can we please not fight already? We're not going to solve whatever this is by shouting. It's getting a bit loud over the speaker. Feylynn, what do you actually want to do? If I'm getting paid either way, I might as well. Let's all calm down, we're on the same side. I don't know, this was a pretty bad first day. You don't think anyone here besides Sloan appreciates the reminder? Exactly, no one wanted things to turn out this way. We all agreed on that, but we can still make it better. When I told you to have a good first day, did I jinx it? My bad. Look, are we doing this or not, Feylynn? No matter how strange Fred's idea might be, it could put you in a better position so you can get your getaway. Time to lean on the scapegoat part of your plan. So as he starts bounding into the kitchen, you shrug and go along with him. Sloan finishes her call with Dave before following with heavy footsteps and takes the space we leave behind. Do you want to talk about any of that? Just relax for a minute, Sloan. I'm going to check for clues in my office. Feylynn, join me in a minute. Here we are. If there's anything I can do to help, please just ask. Oh, me too. Not sure there's... Me too. I'm not sure there's much I can do, can offer besides moral support, but, you know, thought I'd say, can't leave till delivery's done is all. Thanks, Dave. I think we could use the support while this gets sorted. Well, it'll get awkward if I'm just looking in, won't it? I'll leave you be then. Anything you need, just shout into the alley. Best not keep Fred waiting. Maybe you'll be able to reason with him. Calm him down a bit. I think he could use that right now. You oblige her and enter the office, finding Fred in the middle of a phone call. Yeah, a theft. Locked down the whole building, making your job a whole lot easier, doesn't it? Locked room scenario is a little intriguing, I suppose. The person on the phone, you know that voice. Thin and sharp as wire, digging into you just as deep, but where it isn't urgent. That's not what I said, Ann. You're not exactly getting picked off one by one. I'll be happy to be there at the earliest convenience. Our department is very busy otherwise. You'll solve it. You're a spy by yourself, really. You shouldn't expect miracles. We are just mortal, you know? Oh, excuse me. Mostly mortal. self-satisfied laugh crackles through the receiver. It bounces off the back of your skull, ringing like tinnitus. If you show your face in my business, I'll see you later, familiar. Why did I expect anything else? Feylynn here already. As you probably heard, the ACPD is taking its sweet time. Big surprise, but we don't need them. We'll do the real work. Plan is, you find our prime suspect before the ponies get here and mess everything up. You can do that, right? It's 1 in 4 logical deduction. Fred sneaks a not so subtle glance at your CV across the desk. Should be easy for a disciplined artisan like yourself. And you love doing the work. Perfect. There's plenty of work around here if you hadn't guessed. You'll never be bored. Great, let's put those soft skills of yours to use. Imagine I'm one of the suspects. What would you ask me? Yeah, I tried that already. Didn't work. Good instincts, but we're going to need more than that to... He stops to breathe out as much tension as he can manage. What we need is evidence. Eyewitness accounts, motives, that sort of thing. Stuff like, what were you doing when the lights went out? Or how did you feel about the familiar? What's your relationship with Fred, you know? That's what he wants while you're trapped here. That's exactly what he'll get. If you find us a prime suspect with a convincing case, I mean something thoroughly investigated, we can put things back to normal. Things are getting complicated. Things are gonna get complicated once he shows up too, so I'd appreciate having someone on my side when that happens. I know it's a dumb idea, but it's the best I've got right now. If we don't do something, this place is going under. All our livelihoods are at stake here, so get out there and catch us a thief. Please. Oh! Your plan went off without a hitch until it didn't, but the boss doesn't suspect you, at least not yet. And if a real detective from the ACPD is coming, no doubt they'll find out you're the thief. That is, unless you have a convincing scapegoat. With evidence of a motive and the others on your side, you might be able to clock off at the end of the day without handcuffs. Until that happens, Fred's magic will keep you trapped here. So with that, your investigation begins. Not to find who did it, but to find the perfect person to blame. Oh. So that was the demo for Spill the Beans. I don't know who I would like pin. Probably the social media influencer, because the world is terrible for those types of individuals. But also, like, I don't know. I enjoyed that very much. That was. I can't wait for the full game to release on the 10th. I'm super excited. Sorry, I'm scratching my eye. We're going to turn our volume down. I'm gonna thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you like it, make sure to let me know down below. If there's anything else you think I should check out, or if there's any like Steam keys, your game keys that you think I should apply for. I really enjoyed this. This was fun. I was bad at being consistent with the voices, but the characters were I love their design. I thought it was very interesting. Would like to know more about the history between Alexandra and Gra- Grouch. What was his name? I forgot. Um, I'll put the link to the game down below. And thank y'all so much for being here. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.